I have been thinking about new pieces to put out from the Weeknd merch shop. And I put up a garment today that on the front it's got our logo. And then on the back it says, "Stop buying type beats." And it's getting some reactions. I be at Fresh Produce. I hear like the cats in the area that ain't even nobody paying attention to and how nice they are, let alone the ones that are working with signed artists and have nominations for things and awards for things.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of production. Like, we might be doper production-wise than we are rapper-wise.
I can see that being the case.
But they're quiet. They be in the house making beats, so you just don't see or hear about it as much.
And you got to pay them to go outside. Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
The ones that are award-winning and stuff, yeah. But the ones that aren't, they'll come outside because they want people to hear their beats, but they're not coming outside if it ain't about their beats. Like, they're not coming outside to, like, just kick it at a show, per se.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
There's not a lot of producers at shows.
It doesn't benefit them.
It could.
It could, for sure.
There are artists there.
Yeah.
And they have a business, they have a B2B product.
Really could.
Definitely makes sense for them to be there.
You're right. I'm wrong. Okay. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry, I caught you off guard with that one, but...
So, Tez didn't see the garment first. He was telling me pre-show, he was like, yo, I saw Stop Buying Type Beats as your note on IG. And what'd you say you did?
I immediately wrote it down as a topic to ask you about.
Okay. And then he saw the garment.
Yeah.
So...
And then I checked my list to make sure that was on there the first time because I was going to write it down again.
Okay, so what's up?
So, okay, why?
Because, all right. Okay, so you don't buy them for a few reasons, right? One, normally they're on YouTube. So everybody got it. All right, so... You're not paying for exclusivity. All right. 2, it's a type beat. So it's a Larry June type beat. It's a West Side Gun type beat. It's a Travis Scott type beat, right? And you know why those people get type beats? Because they've developed a sound. Right? You're not doing that on their type beats. Now, if you want to use one of them for like a freestyle, some filler content to keep the people going, sure. But that can't be on your project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm spending money shooting music videos for them. Unless they're like the simple iPhone joint. Like, if you got a system behind that, so be it. But I just think it's a poor investment. Right? Also, locking in with a producer and creating your sound is how most artists become something.
No, yeah, facts.
So I don't see the value in building your sound that way. But I got a feisty DM from the homie. And he was like, these producers are trash. And I was just like, but aren't these producers making type beats too?
Right.
Number one. And then number two, like, there are qualified producers in the city, in the area. Like, a lot.
More than qualified.
Like, a lot of dope producers in this area. A lot of dope. Because we have a lot of big black churches that have big band choir situations that produce these kids that are pretty classically trained musicians from the church and then want to go into secular music. And then they end up in go-go and production.
That's the best pipeline, the church.
Right. So production-wise, we have a thing there, right? So, you know, he was telling me like, they don't be available. Like you can't connect with them. And I was like, you gotta come outside, bruh. Mm-hmm. And then I got a long voice note on Instagram, which is funny. Cause like, you could have just called me. I don't know why certain features that cross over on the other platforms, if it like didn't start there, I'd be like, don't send me that over here. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know, it'd be bothering me. Like if we cool, I don't really want to have a conversation on DMs. You have my phone number, text me. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me on Instagram if you have my phone number.
I have never called anybody on Instagram.
I feel a call though, but I'm saying it depends on what the origin is like of the conversation. Because if it started there, I'll keep.
Yeah, I mean, if it started on the gram, sure.
Yeah, it's gonna stay there because you have to complete the thought.
Yeah, but don't like proactively hit me on the gram.
Isn't that invasive though? Like, have you never got a call on Instagram? They can do it. Like they could your phone will ring like somebody.
Okay, so I'll take that back. I've gotten some, but it was from like my friends by accident.
Here's my thing.
I've never got somebody was on purpose trying to call me on Instagram because one, I turned that feature off.
I'm about to be petty.
I never know because I never answered.
There needs to be separation of church and state.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you have my Instagram and that's it, maybe I'm not ready for a phone conversation yet. All right. And now you're trying to breach that.
Exactly.
By way of this bullshit ass feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. People need to know. People don't understand that they need to get in where they fit in. Like, they just, like,
bruh,
they're not there yet. And that's okay.
That's why I have to log into nature shit and log out. Because niggas will Instagram call nature. Like, that happens a lot.
Who are these niggas? Like, what? Because, like, why?
I just be mad because then my phone be ringing too. And see, y'all don't even know who's got what. Y'all being weird.
And that's another example too. I'd be so pissed when I log in. That's why I don't be on Instagram that much. Because whenever I log into Instagram, it's just a bunch of the Everyday Weekend notifications. And I was like, I'm not qualified to answer these questions. So it's like,
I'm sorry about that, pal.
Nah, it's cool. We're running the business over here. Yeah. But it's just like
so Tez, I also want to talk to you about it because you make music. Are you a type beat rapper?
So actually,
are you offended by my statement?
No, I'm not. I had a line where I say, never thought I'd do another type beat. And so I did do a type beat recently, not too long ago, and I put that on the project. But
risky.
But you know, I bought it. You know, I paid for the rights. You know, and
so now you got to have a bag sitting there to sue somebody if they use it.
Yeah, if I care that much, right? Yeah.
But I thought once you buy it, don't they take it down?
But it was up.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
But it was up at one point.
It was up beforehand, so you got yeah.
Somebody
so
might
like
have
the Will the Rapper situation, right?
Yes.
Got you.
Bruh, but if it's on the internet,
it's available.
Audibly, I can record it. Yeah. Period.
I say this, my thing is just, the value is this, right? When you're trying to develop a sound and or you haven't found any producers to make a sound like this sound, that you hear some artists rising with that sound, and you know that other people are marketing their music as sounding close to that sound, then I can see how it could be advantageous for you to then use a type beat. I also think that you got issues as far as ownership, how much, usage, so there can be things in that regard. But I think it's really good for people trying to learn how to find their sound type shit. And then, I mean, if you love a beat, my thing is producers been trying to get money for a long time too. Like, it's a lot of like, just like out here hand-to-hand producers that's trying to get back. And it's like, yeah, shit, you making beats, pay them. Even if it's just, $20 for like.
Well, my thing is this too. The nigga that makes the type beats, he makes beats.
Yeah, but he probably don't make them like that.
But I'd rather find if he's making these as throwaways as type beats, he could definitely cook something that isn't on the internet for you.
He probably didn't find it sound either.
I disagree. He does have a point. I don't know that I agree.
There's somebody out there who's doing that because they don't have their own sound.
Okay.
That's how they're learning.
Okay. And so y'all gonna learn together.
Yep.
Yeah, and it goes back. It goes back to what.
But can't you get him to do one of those type beats that ain't out for you?
Maybe we should talk about the connection between artist and producer and like how that comes about, because it's not that easy to come by to really have that gel. I've only had it 3 times, but
okay,
really 2 times.
He realized he was like, it wasn't as hard as I said it was.
No, it is though. Still 3.
You just have to find the person, right? Yeah. And then you have to make sure and then you have to make sure they're a good individual. And that's
you don't.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to, but it makes for better work
for business practices. Yeah, you don't want to work with a what they say, a janky ass nigga, like what? Like you don't want to work with that.
Yeah.
But also it's also very interesting to see because, like you said like they're gonna learn together. Mm-hmm. That's the problem, bro. We need to bring music back in schools. I really think that's a big thing that we're missing out on. Like just niggas being properly trained musically, because a lot of I'm not saying a lot, but there's a good portion of producers that haven't played an instrument before. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a problem.
Wait, where'd they take music from?
They never took music at like school to even pique their interest so they could pursue some shit. No, what I'm saying, they didn't choose to take it or they didn't have the choice to take it. It's a lot of music programs getting cut out of schools.
Oh.
You know how many... I have a lot of creative friends, right, in the area that were running like either in school or right after school, some form of arts programs that got cut through COVID and never brought back. Mm. Like,
and the cuts were
coming back.
And the cuts were happening before COVID, and they just made a bigger cut at COVID because it was like, yeah, y'all niggas they're not meeting in person, so why are we paying for this?
Fuck your learning.
Which is a fair point, right? But it's like, damn, niggas are gonna feel this later down the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they're not meeting in person, but they could still be meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't tell that to these people who are so anxious to get us back into the office because they're losing money on office spaces.
Hey man, how we make this about you?
Taking your ass back in now.
Cause I'm upset, bro. It's not because I'm going into the office to go on Zoom meetings, bro. I could do that from my crib.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I work with institutions. I don't work with niggas in my office building.
Listen, Montez said he is actually he said he's pro-type beats.
Yeah, I'm pro-type
He took the long route to say I'm pro-type beats.
I mean,
he even baited me in the beginning like he was on my side.
I can't know. I wanted to hear you out.
That's a great debater right there.
And I still agree to some extent with what you got going on too.
Nah, go ask the nigga for a different beat.
What if I love that one?
Nah,
I don't care how many. I want that one.
Yeah, no. They fun.
You remember back in the day how Jay-Z would get a beat? Oh, he forgot to rap on it. Then Cameron would get the beat, and then he'll rap on it, and then it's an issue. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So you want beef with Jay-Z?
Nah, man. Everybody just like what they like. Rap on what you want to rap on. See what happens.
I need
open demand.
Figure this shit out.
But that's the thing. They'll sell you the beat that's already out. It could be, if it was open domain, that's a different conversation. What I'm saying is buying the type beat makes no sense. Just fucking use it.
Oh yeah, see, a bit of both. I feel like as I got more mature, I'm like, I don't want to just do you dirt. Let me just give you the $20 you're asking for real quick. You did make this. I support it. And
I
then
give you
now I can
40 to
feel
make another
morally
one.
better.
I give you 40 to make another one.
What if it's
That's
trash though?
Then I'm not buying it.
Then you gotta go through that process and then you just want that other beat again.
Then I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
I feel it. Depending on what you're trying to do with it though. Real shit.
Because even if you buy it and to put it on your project, you don't really own it.
Yeah.
As a producer, I've had people.
I understand that. I understand that people come looking for type beats.
When did you put a shiesty on?
But it's what I'm saying is the product that is a type beat should not be purchased if it has been productized.
Buy your beats today.
Right? If someone comes to you as a producer and they're like, hey, I want this hop or this swing or this type, whatever, and you make that for them, they should purchase that. But if you were just sitting there one day and were like, hey, I'm going to make Alchemist type beats today, or I'm going to make Joey Badass type beats today, right? And you made 6 or 12 of them and put them on YouTube and let them rock. And then someone's like, I want to buy that. I don't think that product should be purchased.
It's fast food. Sometimes you know, you just need it right then.
But what am I buying?
This though, it's not.
You
that.
pretty much you're acknowledging that
This
you
nigga
don't
do.
come after me for using this in whatever capacity I'm getting ready to use it in. Because we did this situation.
So you're
Whatever that,
leasing it.
yeah.
But it's not that unless I say it. But if I make these 12 Alchemist like beats, it's not Alchemist.
Correct.
That part. And they use that verbiage to get people to come listen. Because
well.
if you just said,
I'm not buying it.
if you just said beat 01, nobody's going to look that shit up.
You do have a point though. You could find a producer via that vehicle, right? But then you purchase beats from them. That's perfectly okay. So I get what you're saying too. So I think you're both on the same. I think you both agree, right?
To some,
To a certain extent.
yeah.
Okay. I just think that if you're going to pay for it,
I think Sweezo found producers like that.
by finding somebody that did type
Type
beats
beats
and
and
then
then-
asking them to do some new shit.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. I
Chef's
found
kiss.
all my producers in real life.
All right, Mr. Outside Man.
Yeah. I mean, however that happens, you know. Sometimes it stems from the internet, but not YouTube beats.